All right, guys, so I am really excited. I have the brand new 2020 iPad Pro. I ordered the 11-inch model with 256 gigs, and I am super stoked, very blessed to be able to get something like this. So what I want to do is just a quick unboxing and just a quick overview on more of an owner's thoughts. So I don't get any of this stuff for free. I save up my own pennies to be able to afford this kind of stuff, so it means a great deal. Just to give you a quick overview, I'm looking at being able to take notes with this. I'm going to do all of my video editing. I'm going to do all my picture editing. And one of the big things with this is I want to be able to use this as my main driver. So I am no longer using my MacBook Pro for anything. This is going to be my one and only. So I did not go with the 12.9-inch model because I still want to be able to use this for videos and things at night where I just want to curl up on the couch, watch a movie, do some surfing on YouTube and things like that. So this is, of course, like any other unboxing experience with Apple products. We get all these cool things, so let's go ahead and tear this open. And we got the space gray model, as you can probably tell from the video. We'll pull that off, and right away, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a comparison. This is the new iPad, and this is a standard iPad that you can get for about $329. So as you can tell, the footprint is actually a tad smaller on the iPad Pro, but there are basically no bezels with the iPad Pro, and you do have some bezels here. So that's one of the big differences. And I'll flip it around to the back so you can see the difference with the camera. But again, this one is about twice the price, a little bit more than twice the price. So let's go ahead. We're going to fire this thing up and we're going to get it started. As we're booting it up, I've got a lot of experience with standard iPads. They are great. So if you can afford the $300, $330 price range of a standard iPad, I've actually been using that for all of my video editing, and I've been very pleased with it. It's been able to keep up. I shoot in 4K, and it's handled everything with ease. I've had a few situations where it drops out when editing 4K, but I use LumaFusion, and the beautiful part about LumaFusion on the iPad is even if it bombs out and the app shuts off, I've never had any sort of an issue with being able to start back up right where I left off. I've never lost a video in the middle of editing, never lost pictures. So as we can see here, screen looks awesome. It has a true tone display, which is really cool. So instantly I can tell a difference between this and a standard iPad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly get this set up and we can start taking a look at it. All right, so it's setting up now. And one thing I've got to say that Apple just does right is the seamlessness of everything. So when you're setting up a new iPad from an old iPad or an iPhone, it just totally does it automatically. So it's carrying everything over right now. This is a very seamless process. Some of the reasons that I chose to go with an iPad, and you're gonna say, so this one spec'd out the way it is, was $900. It's a lot for an iPad, but you're getting the A12 chip in this. So it's actually the A12Z Bionic chip. You can go up to 1 terabyte of storage on the Pro model, which is a big advantage over, just a standard model. The other thing is you've got USB-C, which is a little bit more universal as far as the connector goes, which is very big for me. Also, the Apple Magic Keyboard is really cool. So it has the floating keyboard design where you can actually adjust the angle, which was a big kind of issue with the old style keyboards from Apple, where it held it at one angle, and a lot of times you're looking to angle it a different direction and you just couldn't. So that was another big thing. The other thing is it's lighter than the standard iPad with a slightly smaller footprint and more screen capacity. So you're getting a larger screen, less bezels, and it's a little bit lighter, which is really cool. The one crazy thing is you can max these out at about $1,500, which is just crazy to me to think. If you'd have said that, 10 years ago that you're going to spend $1,500 on an iPad, people would have thought you were crazy. But now it's pretty standard. The big thing is studio grade microphones for me, and the camera on this guy is awesome. So the camera is going to be able to shoot in 4K. You can also do slow motion at 60 frames a second. It also has LiDAR, and if you haven't looked into LiDAR, go ahead, Google it, go onto the Apple website. It's technology that NASA is using. It's really, really cool. I see a lot of neat things that could come out of that potentially. From my standpoint, being able to scan your surroundings would be awesome. I see integration down the road, and if they don't have it already, coming shortly, where you could actually scan items and send them to like a 3D printer, would be really, really cool. To have it now with just using cameras, but it never seems to work correctly. And with this technology, I could see that really progressing. It also has a true tone flash, which is something we haven't had on a standard iPad. So all in all, very, very impressed. If you are someone that's thinking about getting into YouTube, this is a fantastic way to do it. Even photography, if you want to be able to take pictures of your family or whatever it may be. This is a device. It's obviously kind of big and bulky to use as a camera. But you know, you can go ahead and get a tripod mount, is which I use to shoot my videos, and set this up right in it, and off you go. The cool thing is even when you're shooting 4K video and you're editing it, I've never had a time where this thing, and actually on my old devices, even got warm or hot, and my MacBook Pro would just scream trying to get through that stuff. So I really am thinking this is the new wave of technology. It's portable, it's light, you can fit it in a backpack, no problem. Even the smaller models you could fit in a bigger pocket, like a jacket pocket. So I just really, really see this being the way of the future, especially for students if you're going to take notes. I really buy into this technology, and I buy into the fact that you can't really touch a decent laptop for the starting price of $799 that these are. So it just seems to make a lot of sense to me. But I want to say thank you guys for watching the videos. Really, really appreciate it. I'm going to get this set up. I might throw in some clips of what the video looks like and the audio. I'm really curious to see what the studio grade audio looks like. And have a great day. Take care of yourselves with the coronavirus. Stay safe out there, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you. So I wanted to do a quick voiceover on the iPad to give you an idea of what the studio quality microphones sound like. Here's a picture of the front-facing camera and how to do some editing. And we'll also show you an outside clip here so you can see what that looks like. Pretty decent looking camera. I also want to show the wide angle lens versus the standard lens. So here is standard, and when we click on the button, that is the wide angle, and we will click back to give you an idea of what the difference is. It's actually really cool how much you can fit in the frame.